Everybody, I am Z coming to you from the basement. This is Z Sports and Entertainment, second episode of the day, second video dropping today. And like I said, we're trying to get daily content. And I really think the NBA is going to help me with that because this is what the NBA play every day. If the NBA take a day off, something ain't wrong. Something ain't right. Something wrong. So again, like I said, every night when I get off work, we gonna come in here. We gonna put something together, and we gonna make it happen. What we gonna do for the NBA is every night we gonna go through the slate of games. So like right now is Thursday night going into Friday. We gonna talk about all the Thursday games. Tomorrow night we're gonna talk about all the Wednesday games. Tomorrow night, I said that all wrong. I'm so sorry, y'all. Right now it's Wednesday night going into Thursday. So we're going to talk about all the Wednesday games. Tomorrow night it's going to be Thursday night going into Friday. So we're going to talk about all the Thursday games. Thursday, we had a lot of games today. We had a good amount of games today. So we just going to run through the games, give a quick rundown of what happened, who won, who had a good game, and we're just going to talk about it. You know what I mean? We're going to pop it off. We're going to pop it off with the Pacers and the Hornets. Pacers have been surprisingly good. They it hasn't, ultimately, translated to wins, but with the emergence of Tyrese Halliburton and, Benedict Mathurin and Miles Turner coming into the lineup and being very productive, the Pacers, the upside kind of is there. They still are a long ways to go. They still got a lot of pieces and stuff like that. But good win tonight over the Hornets. Hopefully LaMelo is okay. LaMelo did re-injure his sprained ankle, going for a loose ball out of bounds. Hope he's okay. Hope he can get back in the lineup. And I just hope the Hornets can stay healthy. I know Gordon Hayward's been out. LaMelo just got back, and now he got hurt again. And Hornets just got to be able to keep it all together, man. They got to be able to keep it all together. And they got to start winning some games. Pacers at the moment 7-6, one game over 500. That's good for them. Hornets 4-12. I'm pretty sure this is not where they want to be. Next we got the Timberwolves at the Magic. Big win for the Timberwolves, although Paolo was not playing for Orlando. The Timberwolves made a huge Rudy Gobert trade, and up until this point, it hasn't necessarily translated. A lot of people talking about Anthony Edwards not being passionate, not taking the game serious. Just that team not really meshing the way it did in the past. So them being able to put a win together against a team that they should have beat, that's big for them. Anthony Edwards had a big night, had 35 points, all around good game. Good for them. I want to talk about Bol Bol for a second because Bol Bol is coming out. Shout out to Bol Bol. Happy birthday. Bol Bol is becoming one of the most unique and damn near unstoppable players in the league. This kid's coming. He's coming, and I feel like he's finally in the right place to put something together so he can show what he can do. So shout out to Orlando for giving that guy a chance. And Orlando's going to be a problem, man. Paolo gets back. They get healthy. Bol's finding the rhythm. They can figure out that point guard situation. Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz. They can figure out what Jalen Suggs. They can figure out what to do at point guard. They'll be fine. I truly believe they'll be fine because, you got Wagner at the 2, Paolo at the 3. Right now, Bol at the 4, Wendell Carter at the 5. I mean, you big, long, you versatile. You can do a lot of different stuff. I like Orlando. I really do like Orlando. If you play 2K and you trying to start a franchise from the bottom, now we here type shit, Orlando Magic might be a way for you to go. But good win for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and hopefully they can string together a couple of wins and get the momentum back. Next, that ain't what I tried to do. Next, we got the Hawks and the Celtics. Hawks started this game slow, started this game flat, missing a lot of shots. John Collins has just not been productive as of late. not scoring the ball, not rebounding the ball. He just has not been effective. Celtics came in and they handled business. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, they came in and put it together. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, I like what I'm seeing from them. I like what they're doing. Clint Capella is starting to get going. I think the Hawks would be all right. I think this was just one of them games where the Celtics got the better of us. But the Celtics are hot. I think this was their 8th straight win. The Celtics are hot right now. They got the hot hand. Not really too much to say about this. They just beat us. Real talk, they just beat us. We gonna move down to the Thunder and the Wizards, and shout out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man. 42-point night, game-winning 3, hit somebody with a bink. I'm talking about rocked him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is as of right now, he is the most improved player. But if he continues to play the way he's playing, and I know it's the OKC Thunder, I get it, I understand. But you cannot deny what this guy is doing. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is balling. For this team, am I reading that right? For this team to be without Chet, for this team to really have no identity, just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is different. He really is different. Part of me wants him to get out of OKC, but then part of me kind of wants him to stay and be like the foundation for what that team is, building. They good, man. They good. They got him. Josh Giddey is nice. Chet, I like what OKC is doing, and the fact that it's kind of producing victories. I think they'll be fine once they can finally get their core, whatever that core may be. Washington, I kind of feel like it's kind of the same old Wizards. I don't think we've really seen, I still feel like there's more that can be seen from the Wizards. Bradley Beal hasn't really been Bradley Beal. He got some help a little bit, Kuzma and Porzingis, and those guys. Kuzma been balling. Porzingis, he's been balling. It looking like Washington is going to be a place where they can, find their second life. But if Bradley Beal could, go back to being Bradley Beal, 30, 35 a night, and just, game breaker, takeover mode. I don't see why the Wizards can't be in a play-in situation. Right now they sitting at 8-7, and that's pretty good, but Eastern Conference is loaded, so they gonna have to keep the winning. They gonna have to keep it going. Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors. The Raptors pulled this one out tonight. I don't think Pascal Siakam was playing. Pascal Siakam hasn't been playing the last couple of games. Don't really know why. I'm pretty sure it's injury related, but I still don't know the full extent of what's going on with him. But when you got OG Anunoby, going 32 points, 10 rebounds, and Fred VanVleet, Mr. Mid-Range and Mr. Consistent, that's one thing I can't say about Toronto. Whenever you face the Raptors, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a hard fighting, executing, fundamentally sound basketball team, and I think Scotty Barnes is gonna be, one of the next best things in the NBA. His potential from an all-around standpoint to just affect the game in every possible way. He has the potential to be one of a kind. He truly does. As far as the Heat go, the Heat haven't really done anything to impress me. Kyle Lowry's having a better year than he had last year. Jimmy Butler is still, kind of playing Jimmy Butler basketball. Bam did miss tonight's game with a left knee contusion, so hopefully they can figure that out. But I'm still not a fan of Duncan Robinson not getting 20+ minutes. I'm not a fan of Caleb Martin and Max Strus being so much a part of the offense. I know you kind of really don't have many options right now, but I'm just a believer that Miami could be so much better. And I don't know if that's wishful thinking. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like when Miami plays certain teams or when Miami gets in the playoffs, it just seems like they take it up a notch. They did take it up a notch from game one, but good win for Toronto, especially without Pascal. You know, they moved to 9-7. The Heat fall to 7-8. A lot of same looking records in the NBA now right now. We're gonna move down to the Cavs and Bucks. I thought this game would be more competitive than it was. The Bucks pulled it out, 113-98 at home. Giannis did get bodied. If you haven't saw that Evan Mobley dunk on Giannis, go check it out. It was a nice one. But Cleveland's kind of cooled off. This was the Cavs' 5th straight loss. And I don't really know what to think about that because, you know, Darius Garland, he got hurt with game one, got poked in the eye, missed a couple games. And when he was out, Donovan Mitchell was 38-8, 25, 5 and 12. Like, Donovan Mitchell was putting up crazy numbers. And then Darius Garland comes back. And I think it's maybe his second or third game back, he drops 51 double-digit assists. I mean, they got to figure it out. The Cavs have good pieces. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, said that they have good pieces. If the Cleveland Cavaliers can figure out how to play basketball together, formulate a system, and watch out for the Cavs, man. Watch out for the Cavs. But the Bucks are the Bucks. They're 11-3. Chris Middleton hasn't played all season. If I'm being honest with you, Giannis is the MVP right now. He's being overlooked by a lot of big numbers and stuff like that, but Giannis is the MVP. With what that team is doing without Chris Middleton running through the East, running through everybody, it's impressive. Brook Lopez being able to score 29 points tonight. That I don't think a team, player by player, coach by coach, understands their role more or better than the Milwaukee Bucks organization. What Bud has been able to do with the culture and like that, Bud, shout out to Bud. If you don't know, Bud used to coach the Atlanta Hawks when I worked at Phillips Arena, so I got like a real. I'm rooting for you, Bud. I'm rooting for you. Milwaukee Bucks moved to 11-3. Chicago Bulls, New Orleans Pelicans. This game has the potential to be so much better than it was, and here's why. The Bulls, if you haven't heard Zach LaVine. If you haven't heard, Lonzo Ball is probably going to be out for quite a while. He got some stuff to figure out. Lonzo got some stuff to figure out before he's able to play basketball again. You would think with the talent that they have on the team, they'll still be able to formulate some wins, but still early. We're going to cut them a little slack. Still early. Still very early. DeMar DeRozan, 28. Zach LaVine, 25. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. These Pelicans are going to be a problem. Doesn't look like Zion's playing back-to-backs right now. I know he's out with a very, very, very minor injury, so he's fine. He'll be okay. Don't worry. Don't trip. MVP for the New Orleans Pelicans right now might be Trey Murphy III. Trey Murphy got overlooked last year by Herb Jones, and he came into this season with the emphasis to make sure that's not going to happen again. I was the first-round pick. He was the second-round pick. Let me show y'all why. Now, that's not taking away from anything Herb Jones is doing because he's still playing his, part perfectly. But that team is nice. McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Valanciunas. You got Alvarado and Devontae Graham coming off the bench. You got Larry Nance coming off the bench. You got Murphy coming off the bench. Like, that team is deep as well. Watch out for these Pelicans, man. And I know this is I know a lot of people joking about this right now, but with them having the Lakers' first pick, unprotected, they fuck around and get Victor. Watch out, man. Real shit. Got the Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks, a good old Texas showdown. the young guns, they got the best of Dallas tonight. No Luka, so might have been a disappointing night if they didn't win. Kevin Porter flirted with a triple-double. I like Sengun. I really like Sengun. Wish he was a bit bigger, but from a skill set standpoint, that young man can play basketball. He can play the high post. He can play low block. That young man has a very good IQ. And for somebody like Jalen Green and Jabari Smith, they gonna need that. The only thing that worries me in Houston, to be honest with you, I feel like you got to get Eric Gordon up out of there. You got to not even necessarily, because he's old or nothing like that, but like Eric Gordon been a Rocket for a while now. Yeah, Eric Gordon has been a Rocket for a while now. And I just think if you put him in a different situation, I think that's something you can do for him. Get him out of Houston. I like it. They got a good mix of young guys. I love Eason. I'm a real big fan of Eason. I think Eason is going to be the X factor to this team for years to come. But no Luka, Dallas had a rough night. They didn't have no starter score double figures. They only had 2 people in double figures all night, and that was Tim Hardaway Jr. and Christian Woods. Hardaway had 28, Woods had 26. Dinwiddie 3 for 18, 1 for 9 from 3. You're just not gonna win that way. You're just not gonna win that way. Congratulations, Houston on that win. New York Knicks traveled to Denver. Hope they didn't get too high. I guess not, because they pulled out the win. What happened in this game? This game was pretty quiet tonight. New York comes out on top. They beat Denver. That's a good win. That's a real good win. Jalen Brunson has been balling. He ain't been, 25 and 10 a night, but he's been consistent. He's played the minutes. He's played the role. And like tonight, 21, 5, and 7. Nothing spectacular. Nothing great. 7 for 13 from the floor. 2 for 4 from 3. He knows how to play the game of basketball within his comfort level. He ain't wild. He ain't going to try. Jalen Brunson is only going to do what Jalen Brunson knows how to do. And that might just be what the Knicks needed. They might have needed just like somebody who can stabilize the game. Julius Randle, you got to keep balling, man, because I truly feel like Obi Toppin is on your heels. I would like to see Derrick Rose get some more minutes, but I understand. I understand. Pay Jalen Brunson $100 million, he going to play $100 million worth of minutes. Then for the Denver Nuggets, I still think the Nuggets are figuring it out. With tonight's loss, they fall to 9-5. That's not really an issue. In my eyes, no Jokic. Jokic didn't play tonight. Murray, had 21 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. That's not too bad. Michael Porter Jr., you cannot have a 5-point game, 1 for 8, 1 for 6 from 3. You cannot do that. Not with as much money as you getting paid. And I hate to be the one to throw out numbers like that, but you got to think about it. You lost by 3. You went 1 for 8, 28 minutes. What was your plus minus? Jesus Christ. Your plus minus was -5. Only shot 2 free throws. Not to point the finger, but Michael Porter Jr., they might have lost that game tonight because of you, big dog. But good win for the Knicks. But I think if they was to play this game again in a couple months, I got the Nuggets coming out on top. Last but not least, we got the Warriors and the Suns. My homeboy Tay, he said a couple of times tonight, the Warriors do not play good against Phoenix. And I'd be damned if he wasn't right. Phoenix pulled this one out by 11. And there's not too many times that the Warriors going to lose on a Steph 50-point game. Don't really know what's going on with the Warriors. Don't know if they got too many. Don't know if they got too much. Don't know if the egos or what it is. We don't know what's going on in Golden State, but one thing I'm pretty sure if you give them time, they'll figure this shit out. That's just me being honest with you, man. Feel like if you give Golden State time, they will figure it out. That's just real talk. And Phoenix, they needed this. They needed this. Phoenix needed this win. You know, this seems like an ultimate team win. When Cameron Payne is leading you in scoring with 29, you're doing something right. You win by 11. Steph had 50. Your leading scorer is your backup point guard, unless Chris Paul didn't play. Chris Paul was out tonight. Had a right heel injury, so Cameron Payne stepped in and got those minutes. But took advantage of the opportunity. 29 points. 7 for 19 from the floor. 6 for 10 for 3. Cameron Payne, you deserve that game ball. You do. 8 and 14 and 7. We could use a little bit more. Torrey Craig stepped in. Mikal Bridges do what Mikal Bridges do. Devin Booker 27-9. I mean, good win for Phoenix. That's what we got tonight, guys. Tomorrow, we only got 3 games tomorrow. So we will be here. We'll be talking about it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Probably my performance of the night. That's something else we're going to start doing. We're going to start having performance of the night. My performance of the night, honestly and truthfully, it goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 42 points, game winner on the road. I mean, I salute you, my guy. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is my performer of the night. I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned, more to come.